Hello friends, welcome to the classes of IOTA classes 1729, and we are going to study about today some points about Indian polity in which the constitution development are discussed. So basically my session is containing of all the GK, GS and other important parts such as polity, economy, geography, history, and covering of GS, GK part, especially for SSC CGL examination. So if you don't have joined the channel, please join the channel, subscribe the channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. So this is the first session of polity 1.0, that is polity. Okay, and here today we will discuss the constitutional development that led to the formation of Indian Constitution. So there are many things, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के डेवलपमेंट में एक इम्पॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करती है, और वही कुछ एक्ट्स ब्रिटिशर्स के टाइम्स से हमने लिए हुए हैं। उनका रेफरेंस कुछ एक्ट्स का लिया हुआ है, उनकी डीलिंग्स, हाउ दे डेल्ट विथ द एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव, लेजिस्लेटिव एंड एग्जीक्यूटिव parts of the controlling of the country. So we have taken from that. So the first and very important part of this constitution development is regulating Act 1773. Here some of the important points we need to keep into mind is that we all know that from 1600 AD we got started our trade and commerce with the European countries. Then European countries started to recognize that this part of the country, this specific part, is rich in resources, and the people living here don't know how to control the resources, or they are not so much united or powerful that they will overcome our aggression. So they started taking inside the administrative and other things to control the country, and the first thing was regulating Act 1773. So here the Governor of Bengal was made Governor General of Bengal. Okay, so there is a difference. First, Governor of Bengal was only related to that particular place, that is Bengal. Now he is the General of Bengal, and it was the trade capital for India. Okay, because as we know in the map, West Bengal is at the borders. It is sharing borders with neighboring countries. So having control over that, they can easily come in the territory of India. And the first Governor General it was made was Warren Hastings. Okay, Warren Hastings was the first Governor General of Bengal. There were only executive councils that were established. No further explanation by the European nations to conduct administrative or judiciary in India. Executive councils, and they were more focused, I will say a little bit more focused about the trading section. And now Supreme Court at Fort Williams, Calcutta was established in 1774 with Elijah Impey its first Chief Justice. Okay, so you can see they are trying to come deeper inside India with making some judicial reforms. Okay, the first one was Supreme Court at Calcutta in 1774 with Elijah Impey its first Chief Justice. So this was important point regarding the Regulating Act 1773. Then there were some downfalls, there were some lagging points in this Regulating Act 1773. So they decided to come up with Pitt's India Act to make some reforms in the above to the before law, and it was Pitt's India Act 1784. Here commercial and political functions were distinguished, means there was a break between these two. Okay, the persons who will dealing with commercial will only deal with commercial, and the political body will be different. Before this, in Regulating Act, the board of directors were 24, so there was no clearly mention about the disintegration of the commercial and political functions. So in Pitt's India Act 1784, they finally came up with the idea that we will be separating these two portions and we will control separately. And not only that, Governor Council were established in Mumbai and Madras. Okay, so these were the two important points that they made in the reforms as a Regulating Act 1773. Okay, now after that the series of Charter Acts came. Okay, what are the Charter Acts? Charter Acts were, as we have, okay, 5-year plan. Okay, now in India, in modern India, after the independence, we have 5-year plans. The first 5-year plan to be implemented in 1952. Okay, and starting from there up till 2017, means last 12th 5-year plan came. In 2014, after the at formation of Niti Aayog, it was discontinued. So Charter Acts were 20-year period of commerce and trades that give approval for the next 20 years and make amendments to the next act. Okay, so that is all about Charter Act. To the next act, that what could be done further to make the situation more applauding. So the Charter Act came in 1793, in 1813, in 1833, and last in 1853. So we will end up with this Charter Acts in today's session. Okay, so first was Charter Act 1793. You remember the dates. After every 20 years it was renewed. 1813, then in 1833, and then in 1853. Okay, so Charter Acts have gap of 20 years. Okay, they have a gap of 20 years. In Charter Act 1793, Revenue Board was constructed. Okay, Revenue Board was formed. There was a formation of Revenue Board. In 1813, only two trade rights were alive. Okay, there were main focus on two trade parts, that is trade of tea and trade with China. Remember, China was also was trading, and the trade with the China with India was made alive in Charter Act 1830. Only two rights were focused. In Charter, after 20 years, again reforms and again feedback of the previous ones. And now in Charter Act 1833, for the first time, Governor General of Bengal was made the Governor General of India. So as we discussed earlier, in 1773 Regulating Act, Governor of Bengal was made Governor General of Bengal, and in Charter Act 1833, Governor General of that Bengal is now made the Governor General of India. Okay, is now made the Governor General of India. And who was the first Governor General of India? Lord William Bentinck was the first Governor General of India. East India Company ended as commercial body and became fully administrative body. Okay, now they focused, they pursued, they emphasized more as an administrative body. Okay, now we can say that now the East India Company stopped started showing its true natures, okay, its true colors, that now we want to control over the territory of India in an administrative way. That was Charter Act 1833, very important, in which the Governor General of Bengal was made the Governor General of India. And finally the Charter Act 1853 came. That was the last Charter Act after 20 years of 1833, in which the legislative and executive functions of Governor General's councils were separated. Okay, so again, earlier we have commercial and political functions distinguished in 1784, and now in Charter Act 1853 we have legislative and executive functions to be separated. Now for the first time ICS exams were conducted and exam were started. Okay, ICS exams were started in decided to start in India, and it was under Charter 1853. So this was the first session regarding the polity about the development of Indian Constitution, how the Constitution came into being, how its idea was promulgated from this all acts, and this all acts play very important role. Okay, this all acts play very important, some or more very important roles in the formation of Indian Constitution. In the next session we will continue from Government of India Act 1858, and we will see the further acts up till the Government of India Act 1947 for the development of Constitution. So thank you for watching the video, and if again it is an IOTA Classes 1729 initiative. If you like the video, please share it and press the bell icon for latest updates. Thank you.